Test, test, test. My voice sounds a little hoarse today. No idea why. Alright, alright. Get my camera turned on. How we all doing tonight? Quick test, test, test. My voice sounds a little hoarse today. No idea why. Alright, alright. Get my camera turned on. How we all doing tonight? Forgot I had my desktop audio on, so there'll be a little feedback in the stream. That's okay. Let's continue working on this. We are going to continue our automated trading bot. Got some super fun stuff. Yesterday we put together the bones of the strategy. This is a Bitcoin USDT dollar cost averaging strategy. The strategy is designed to take advantage of like pullbacks in the market, and they tend to work especially well if you believe the asset will be increasing in value. Since this is a long only strategy, the idea is we buy lower and lower, we add into our position as the price gets lower in order to bring our average cost down. It's kind of a strategy used in like long-term holding, or like purchasing like stocks in like a 401k or whatnot. You continue to buy, and ideally you hold for a longer time. So in this strategy, we have the two simple moving averages. What links to this set up to? Oh, I need to build out some inputs for this guy. We have two moving averages, the 14 and the 28, and we are buying every time the green, the 14 moving average, crosses above the red moving average, the 28 simple moving average. When that happens, we set a profit target at, we have it set to 5% of 5% from our entry point, and then we will continue to buy into a strategy every time we get another buy signal where the green moving average crosses above the red moving average. We will buy on that signal every time we get that signal and the current price is below our average price. So you can see here on the chart, we've got a few different pieces, green and red lines. So those are the moving averages. Green is the fast moving average, red is the slow moving average. We have this orange line up top, which measures our profit target. We have this blue line here in the middle, which shows our average price for our trade. So you can see we enter here and we enter here. That brings the average price right between the two. And yeah, it's a good summer. So let's continue. What I want to do today, we're going to build out some more functions in the settings. Make this more customizable so we can start testing this bad boy and optimizing it. We're going to change some of the colors, make it look a little nice, make this thing look, look good on the chart, so it's not just a bunch of lines. And also we are going to try and get this automated. We're going to be using 3 commas to automate this thing. I've got all of that set up right over here. We're going to be going through this DCA bot and see if we can make this work. So let's start getting in the code. First thing I want to do, I want more settings. Anything that is a fixed value we can turn into a setting. So let's start there. This is going to be the SMA1 input equals, this is going to be an integer because this is a length. Length cannot be a decimal, right? It's how many bars backwards are we looking in this case. Default value, I believe we have it at 14. Title is going to be fast, let me have some parentheses. Fast moving average. Actually, I like to do it this way. Fast moving actually average fast and then we don't need to give it options because it should be in a free, you know, I guess we could give it a min val because we can't have a negative number. Min val equals 1. 12. Jeez, can't type today. We also want to give this a group, so we're going to title this indicator settings. So all of the settings for the indicator are going to be under that group tag, indicator settings. You'll see how this shows up in the settings once I get this written. I do want to add an inline. Inline allows us to line up two inputs in the same row on the settings screen. So it just gives us a little customization over how it looks in that settings screen, which I think is really important. Inline is going to be SMA1. Alright, now we're going to copy that whole line and paste it right there. And now we're going to modify it for the slow. This is just going to be slow hyphen. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these spaces. Save some room. We're going to change the input name, SMA2. Change the value to 28. Min val is still 1. Group is still indicator settings. Inline is still SMA1. So now I got those inputs there. Now I need to fill in the variable from where we had those numbers hard-coded in. And let's see what this looks like. Simple change, but it's kind of a quality of life change. Now we can see, I almost don't like that hyphen. Moving average, what if I change this? And then I do a colon here. How do I think that looks? Oh yeah, that's better. Alright, so we got those in a nice line. Looks good in the settings. And we have the pyramid settings. We're going to give this a different group name. We're going to call this strategy settings. And I like to define my groups outside like this. So it's going to be GRSS equals strategy settings. So now I can just tag on here, comma, group equals GRSS, which is the group strategy settings. Give that a quick update. You can see now we have strategy settings, safety trades, indicator settings, moving average. So we got them separated so they're nice clearly labeled. All the settings can be kind of grouped together in their correct spot where you would think to go to look for them. Another thing I want to do is I want to be able to change these colors. I don't want to have to change the code or come over here to the plot menu to modify everything. I want to put it right here in the inputs. So we're going to copy these same two lines and put them down here, and we're going to change input to color. We're going to change this input to color. And we can get rid of pretty much everything inside. The rest here, I want to do the color.new. I'm going to do color.navy. I think that's the color though. It's kind of dark. I want to match my lines. And we'll change it in a sec. We'll give it a 40% transparency. Title of this is, I want to name it the same except instead of moving average, it's going to be color. And then we're going to do this one the same too, so and now we have inline. We're going to give it a new inline name because it has to be separate from the one we used earlier. So we're going to do, what did I put? SMA. We're going to do SMA 1 color. I'm going to do the group GRSS because it's going to be under the strategy settings. No, sorry, not strategy settings. I didn't define the one for the indicator settings. I like to do GRIND equals indicator settings. Oh, my mouse is bugging out. Now I replace all of this. Equals. Okay. And now I replace these colors with these. I don't want navy for both of them. We're going to change. I do want my fast is going to be more white because that matches my green candles. And my slow is going to be more blue. I almost want to keep the navy. Let's see how that works. So I'm saving it to see what it shows up on there. Okay. That navy is way too dark. You know what I can do? I'll just go to chart settings. Canvas. Where do I change? Oh, right there, of course, in the symbol. I just want to copy this. Alright, that's better. Alright, now we got a nice little look. And, check this out. We can come on here and change the color to whatever we want. So we want green and orange. Bam. Or, change the transparency, make it really bright, make it really dark. We give people that feature right there in the settings. Oh, except one thing. We put GRSS, we need GRIND. Let's just put this whole thing in here. Okay. What other settings we need? We have the pyramid setting. We want this, the exit level. So we want to put the exit level, and the exit level is going to go in our strategy settings, right? Because it's kind of part of our strategy where to exit the trade. So what do I have it called? Do I have it called down here? It is exit level. So we'll do exit level input equals put dot. We're going to go float, because we want to be able to give you like a 0.5% or a 1/4% at a time. So default value, we're going to put it at 5.0. Title is going to be exit level percentage. We'll do this exit level parenthesis %. Options, leave it open. I'm going to add a tooltip to this one just because it might not be super clear. Profit target based on average entry price. Give this one, we're in the group GRSS. Oops. These are case sensitive, so don't ruin that. Don't need to put this in line anywhere. We'll give it its own line. We'll call that good. Don't forget, now that we wrote out the input, now we need to put that here. So, okay, one thing. This, we want percentage needs to be a %. And when we're multiplying numbers, that means we need it as a decimal. So, 5%, we're going to divide this by 100%. And it's going to output a percentage. So now I can do this. We can't put just this number, right? We can't do exit level input times our average price, because that's just going to give us 5% of this. We need to multiply our average price by 1 times our exit level. Sorry, 1 plus, no, 1 times. 1 plus our percentage. So this, like I said, this percentage will output 0.05, and we're gonna do our strategy.position average price times 0.05, which will give us 5%. So I'm going to save that, and you can see nothing's going to change on the chart, but we do have exit level. And now I can move this. Let's say I want to sell at 1% profit. You'll see that orange line moves down. And you can see all of our trades exiting right at the 1%. A lot shorter trades, but a lot less profit. However, you're still going to be super profitable. I'm interested. It says there's a losing trade here. I'm curious how that happened. Because that theoretically should not be possible. Oh, I see. So it makes sense. Since each trade remembers its entry and exit price, in this case, this trade bought all the way up here, this trade bought all the way up here, and when you average down, it brought the whole average down, and you only need 1% of that average. But those first couple trades you opened were not profitable. But when you count up all 5 trades that you count up all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades right here, the result of these 5 trades is equal to 1% of profit. So that makes sense. So it won't be 100% in the strategy tester, but it is, when you count all the trades together, it is still a positive closing. Okay. Anyways, I want to add in the alerts. We're gonna just automate this real quick. We have these are all the settings we really need. We could add a couple more for some color. This is more of a troubleshooting line anyways. But I mean, everything else is pretty much set. Yeah. There's lots of other changes we can make, but as far as like settings wise, this is all that's going to be useful to us. And since it's a DCA strategy, I don't need to optimize it too much. We can go over optimizing in another video. But I do want to automate this just so everyone can see the process of automating a strategy from Tradingview to 3 commas. First thing I need to do, I need to build in alerts. I try to make these super easy to use, so we're going to do another section, another group. We're going to call this group alert equals alert configuration. Now we're going to write out a couple of alerts. We need an entry alert and we need an exit alert. It's super simple. Entry to enter into a position, exit to close those positions. So we're going to do entry. I need to get my syntax correct. Entry alert equals, we're going to do input.bool, because we're going to make this true or false. We're going to turn this alert on or off whenever we need it. Default value is going to be on. If I can spell, jeez. Title is going to be we'll just call it entry alert for now. I might change how this looks later once I add any other pieces, but we'll call it entry alert for now. We'll leave out the tooltip. Just need the group. Alright, does need to be in quotes. Nope. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing for exit alert. I'm just going to get rid of those. Nope. Exit alert. Exit. And actually, I just want this to be alert. Yeah, because it's going to be in the alert group. Oh, jeez. I already got it right here. There we go. Alert. That's what I wanted. Now I'm going to copy these and we're going to make 2 more inputs. And this is where the actual text of the alert is going to go. So we're going to go entry alert text. I'm going to put that down here too. Text. And we're going to change these. Come on. Entry dot text area. Is there a underscore? There we go. Text area. We're gonna delete all of that. We're gonna leave the group in here. Text area. By default, we're just gonna say enter alert text here. Already got the group. Okay. So now I'm going to save this and just to show you what it looks like, because it does look okay. So you can see there's our default text, enter alert text here. Now we're going to try to put these in the same line. I'm not actually sure how this is going to look, but I want to be able to control these, so I think it'll be good to try. We're going to say inline equals entry. Give that same code to this first one. Oh, can input not use inline? That'll be, yep. And that's why I didn't know what it looks like, because it can't be in line with anything. That's fine. In that case, I think I want to leave these out. We just want the text area. I think we'll be fine with that. We shouldn't have any problems. If we do, we'll fix it later. That's what this is all about. Building, learning. So let's change this text a little bit. We're gonna go enter. We'll go entry alert text here and exit. Okay, so now that we have this text, we're going to use this text in our exit condition. So whenever our exit condition hits, it's going to send also our entry condition. So whenever any of these strategy functions trigger, we can get an alert. So entry alert text is going to go here in strategy.entry. We're going to throw a comma at the end of this guy, and we're going to say alert message equals. We're going to paste that alert text that we copied a second ago. We're going to copy that whole chunk, and we're going to go down to strategy exit and paste it right there. And we just need to change that alert text to our exit alert text. I realize now I just put test instead of text. The first one is text. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so now, whenever the entry occurs, and we have to use a special alert message, we will get the alert. I will show you how to set that up, but before I do, I want to test this, right? Testing strategies are very important before we just throw them live. So this is how I'm going to test. I'm going to change my long condition to be something different. We're going to say if close is greater than open. All right, and then we're going to set our exit really tight, so that way only a little bit of profit needs to trigger it. And that'll give us the ability to test this very quickly without needing to waste a lot of time. All right. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need that. We just need to make sure we're not in the trade already. What's the trade? We're gonna go down to the 5 second. Okay, we're gonna undo that. That's not what I want to do. We can just test the alert. We don't need to test the strategy alerts because I know those are going to work. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do if close greater than open, alert message is going to be entry alert text, and the frequency, we're going to do freak dot alert dot freak. We're going to do once per bar close. It's best to do alerts like that. With once per bar close, especially on strategies, because I don't think it will do it once per bar on a strategy. So yeah, we're just going to test the entry alert. That's all we really want to do. Okay. Did we go that long? Look at that. It will. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to set up an alert. To set up an alert, you go up here, you choose your strategy as a condition. We're going to do order fills and alert function calls. That'll send the alert for the strategy.entry and the alerts down here. So in our text, we're going to do strategy.order.alert_message surrounded in curly brackets. Give this a name, alert test. And now, when we get an alert, it's going to send this message to our alerts. We need to give it a sec. Look at that. Alert test. For some reason my alerts aren't working. Save and reload. Pause that guy. Alright. Now if we want, we can come down here in the alert log and we can see what exactly is being sent. Alright, so now we're going to get rid of this alert because we don't need it anymore. We tested it, that works. One thing I do want to put in here, this is a newer function that is very underutilized. The @strategy.alert message. Pause this alert. This allows you to set a default message, so that way whenever you go to set up a message, the message in the alert configuration, there's already your default text there. And since we're doing a strategy alert, I want to set up that message we just did, which was curly brackets strategy.order.alert_message curly bracket. And when I hit save on this guy and I go to set up a new alert on this strategy, you can see it automatically fills in that message right there. Super handy. It's a great tool. And not a lot of people use it. I think it's relatively new, so maybe it'll start spreading once I start using it more. Okay, so now we want to automate this thing. We have the alerts. We have everything in here. You know what? I do want to change the title of these alerts. Entry alert. Exit alert. Now we are going to have to add a couple more things in here because 3 commas doesn't. We need 3 different alerts. Because we need one to enter the market, we need one to exit the market, but we need one to add into the market. That alert requires, every additional thing. So, in order to build that out, we're going to add a third box. Right? We have the entry, the exit, and now we have the. We'll call it safety, because safety is what 3 commas calls it. So we're gonna go a safety entry is just an entry where you're dollar cost averaging into the trade. That's all. Safety alert. Okay. So now that we have that, we need to build out the logic for the text, and it's going to be here on the entry. So we need to change this text depending on whether this is the first entry of the trade or one of the safety entries of the trade. Right? We have the safety trades function. How do we do that? My thinking is we're going to build a switch. This will be entry alert combine, equals switch. A switch allows us to set up specific conditions and output a result depending on those conditions. So in this case, the conditions are going to be: are we currently in a trade, or are we not currently in a trade? And we can do that by measuring our position size. Strategy.position size greater than, actually we'll do equal to 0, which means we are not in a trade. Then we need to output the entry alert text. Otherwise, if we are in a trade, if our position size is greater than 0, then I need to output the safety alert text. And now I use this entry alert combine as the alert message for the entry condition. We're going to save it, make sure it lets us do that. That's an important thing. Sometimes you try this stuff and you find out it just doesn't work. Surprised we haven't had any errors just yet. I'm usually much worse at coding than this, but you know, pressure's on. I want to change this title as well to long entry, and we gotta change that one too, just to simplify. We don't need that big old string of text on there. Alright, now we're gonna save this guy. Okay, so now we should have those 3 boxes: entry alert, safety alert, exit alert, and it should choose the correct alert text depending on whether we are in a position or not. So we got 3 boxes, we got some dynamic values. We are going to try to automate this thing, and I've got it pulled up on 3 commas already. We are going to create a DCA, launch a DCA strategy. What we're going to do it in the custom bot. We're not going to use their built-in stuff, and it doesn't matter what all these settings really are, because we're going to set them up using the actual configuration screen, which it seems like they got rid of for some reason. We're going to trade Bitcoin USD, profit currency in USDT, bot name. We're going to title this different. TV test bot. Next. Base order size. How much money do we want to spend on a trade? We're going to do $100. Not too much. This is a demo account, just because I'm automating all this stuff. You know, as I build more, if something appears to be performing really well, maybe I'll cycle it into my actual portfolio. But I do actually want to stop. Okay. We are doing market orders. We're not doing limit orders. Base size 100 USDT. Options. I don't want the start condition to be immediately. I want the start condition to be from Tradingview. Don't worry about maximum active deals. We're not doing simultaneous deals. Don't care about total deals. Maximum price doesn't bother me. All that looks fine. Safety order size, it's going to be the same size. Actually, yeah, safety order size is going to be the same amount. Yeah, we're going to change all of these settings, so it doesn't matter what we choose. We'll leave everything default. Don't care about take profit percentage. Or no, I do want take profit percentage. So I could do conditional. I think that's what we're going to do, just because I don't want to worry about setting the take profit on here, and I do have the entry, the exit orders set up in our strategy. So I'm not going to reinvest profit. Risk management, don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't have a stop loss. I'm going to hit start, but we're going to change all of our stuff. We have to go get the codes to actually start our bot. Okay. First things first, I want to... This was an old one that I created for testing purposes. I just want to close the trade it's in. Can I do that? Close the market price. There we go. Made a bunch of money with all the rise in Bitcoin this week. Okay, going back to our DCA bot. TV test bot. Okay. Now we're going to go back over these settings just to make sure. We're going to hit the edit button. We're going long. We're doing Bitcoin demo account. That's the name. Profit currency is in USDT. We're doing market orders. Our conditions are based on the custom signal. We're going to open this custom signal instruction because that will probably come in handy. I wonder if it will. You know what? I want to see something. We have to do this one. Message for deal to add funds signal in the quote currency. So I want to use this, but I don't know how this interacts with the safety orders. So for safety, I'm just going to max out this. We'll just cap it. We'll put it at like 100. That's way more than I'm ever going to do. Put this as small as possible. I don't care about that. I wish there was an option just to turn this off, because I don't need it. What the hell is a smart trade? I think he's buying weird shit over here. Okay. Take profit on conditions. That I don't have a stop loss. I don't want it to open safety orders. I think I want this at maximum. I want this like 100. You know what? I think if I just change to 0 safety orders, then that'll fix that problem. Because we don't want any safety orders. We just want to enter add more from our condition. That's not right. Advanced settings. I don't care about much of this. Cooldown doesn't matter. Our strategy will deal with it. Open X deals and stop. Don't care about that. Maximum price open deal. Don't care about that. Okay, this looks good. Alright, so now there should be a save button. 2, 2. Save it. Maybe I don't need to save it. Safety over here. No, hold on. Am I going crazy, or is there not a save button? Signal. Oh, save. Wow. I just glanced right over it for like 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, so this is where we get all of the messages. And I don't care that you have my ID or email token. Because this is just a test account. It's not actually connected to anything important. So we're going to copy this message for deal start. This is the entry signal that we talked about in our strategy. So we set that up. This is the entry signal. It goes in the entry box. Looks good. Gonna hit OK. Go get the next one. Now we want to message to close order. We want message to close all deals on market price. Because we're opening multiple deals, I don't want to close just the last deal, I want to close all deals. So we copy that text and put it down here in the exit. And lastly, we need the safety order, quote unquote, which is going to message for deal to add funds in the quote currency. You can open that up right there. Now remember, we found that here, message for deal to add funds in the quote currency. Send this message, for example, a long bot to buy more of the base currency using the quote currency. Add safety orders, dollar cost average. We need to edit the message to specify the exact amount of quote currency. So we would specify our USDT quote. Here it says volume 10. We want volume 100, which is going to be the base size of our first entry. All right. We're going to hit OK, and now we're going to put this guy to the test. First thing I need is the what's it called? I need the webhook. That's what I need. I thought I could get it from over here. Maybe I can't. You see that? It's probably in here somewhere. Is it in here? Enable webhooks. Yep, there we go. That's the webhook link we need. And so now we're gonna continue this on the 5-second chart because I want to test this to make sure everything works properly before I let it go loose. I don't want to put it on like the hour chart and then have everything take 3 hours to test. So I'm going to create an alert. I'm going to select my strategy. That message is already populated. I don't need to change anything. I just need to put 3C test BTC USDT. Hyphen in there. However, I do need to put in the webhook URL, which is what I just copied over from Tradingview. I got it right here from the documentation. If you ever can't find it, just look for their article, how to use Tradingview custom signals, and then right there. So now we're going to hit create, and we're going to wait for a message to show up. In the meantime, we will look at our 3 commas bot just to see if everything happens at once. That would be kind of cool. Get the signal. Maybe not. Maybe we will just wait for Tradingview. In the meantime, I'm going to clear my log. I'm going to delete my alert from earlier. And now we're just going to hang out a little bit. Wait for something to happen. We are here on the 5-second chart, so it shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, enjoy some music. Relax a little bit. You know what we can do in the meantime? Let's start making this thing look cool. And add some colors to it. You know what we should have done? We probably should have raised the exit level a bit to actually test this a little more. It's not too late. We can close the alert. Update our settings. We're gonna go 0.01. Here we go 1. Is that way too much? Yeah, it is. 0.1. I see. Okay, we'll just keep it at 0.01. That gives it a little bit of space. Maybe it won't trigger instantly. Funny enough, look at that, we just missed a signal. Check that out. Some good timing. Okay, maybe we can catch this next one. But in the meantime, let's try to make some of the stuff look cool, yeah? First thing we can actually check out, we'll leave that open in case we see a signal. First thing I like to change are just these lines. We made them blue and silver, but we can do better than that. So I'm actually going to give these to a name. We're gonna go P1, super easy, and P2, and now we're gonna do some filling. Now we can fill a lot of different ways. One thing I like to do is right here. It's a not very well-known function, but it gives us a really cool gradient color. So we're gonna do this. P1, plot 1 is P1, plot 2 is P2. The top value, what do we want the top value to be? Oh, we did just get a signal. Let's go check on that. There's the alert. We got it. Message type bot. It should trigger that bot immediately. We haven't exited the trade yet. Let's see. Refresh over here. Okay, yeah, so once I refresh, you see that starting a deal, USDT Bitcoin. We got the base order placed at $100.51, and the base order is executed. So now we can follow this to see if we exit. And get more water. In the meantime, we can look back at this fill. What we can do is we could do this. This is what I want to do. I'm trying to fill in a cool gradient between the two lines, and for this I need the top value, which is the maximum. It's going to be math dot absolute value of the difference between MA1, or between SMA1 and SMA2. The bottom value is going to be 0 because the difference, the smallest difference that can be is 0. And then we're going to do a, oh, actually, hold on, nice, right here, 0. We're going to go top color equals, we're going to do that same navy. Actually, I can just do this right here. Actually, I think I want, yeah, I do want an opposite. Oh, we just got the exit signal. So that would be 0.01% profit. Placing sell. Now it looks like we did lose money, probably because there's a spread. And we're only aiming for 0.01% profit in this thing, I think. So, yeah, we're just gonna get eaten alive by the spread. That works a little bit. But I probably can't do that one. That's okay. Okay. So, top color is going to be there. Bottom color is going to be there it is. It's going to be the opposite, which in this case is the silver. Oh, I can just do this will be color. That's all I think we really need. We can give it a title real quick. MA fill. And I want to leave that. I want to see how this turns out. We're probably going to have to make some tweaks to it. Ooh, yeah, I didn't like that. Title. Okay, so I wonder if that maximum is too big. What if we do TA dot average? You know, we can just do a standard deviation for the top. Source is still going to be SMA1 minus SMA2, and I do want this to be there, math.abs SMA1 minus SMA2. Length, we're going to go back 100 bars, and I don't want the bias. Let's see if that gives us some more color. It does not. Interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Look back like 10. We did just get another signal. We were in a trade for like all of 1 minute. You can see we are losing money on that because, of course, these trades are so small. So now we know the bot works. we can pause this alert, and we'll come back to this fill here in just a bit. Something weird is happening there, but we'll figure it out. It's all right. I think I understand what we gotta do. Anyways, now let's do a little bit of optimization. Okay, there's not a whole lot of optimization to do because it's DCA strategy. As long as the asset's going up, you'll be all right. But you can see here, just jump on like the 15-minute. We do hit some. There are some periods of really big drawdowns. When we have this, that means a handful of our safety trades are losing. While we make profit eventually, we're holding on to it for a bit of a loss at first. What we can do. So we're going to change everything back to the defaults. Actually, we're not going to because I want to keep all these alerts here. So if we put this at 5, we're on the 15-minute chart. You can see we might be holding trades for a little bit, but that's okay. Now, if we enter right here on this chart, we're going to be in the middle of the trade, which isn't a big deal because our bot won't be able to add into a trade. Basically, we'll have to wait until this trade closes before anything actually happens on our bot, but we can set it right now and then not have to worry about it. So let's try doing that. Got all of that set up. Put this back to a cool blue color. Ugh. Excuse me. Alright. And I'm going to delete this alert. I'm going to set up a new one. Same exact way, my strategy. This is going to be 3C BTCUSDT live. Because I'm going to leave this on and we're going to come back and check on it every other day, every couple days, maybe a couple times a week. See if we're making some money off of this. But you can see the strategy is kind of slow. Look at that. We were holding that trade for 11 days before anything happened. But in, what is that? There's from here to here, 14 days in 2 weeks. Let's look at that. What date is that? February 15th. We can scroll back to February 15th. Look at these trades we made. 4%, 5%, 5%, 6%, 4%, 5%. And we're losing on some of these ones, but overall we're making good money on that. So that's 2 weeks. So we'll let that run. In the meantime, let's see if we can make this look cool. So let's go back to this fill that was looking a little funky. Let me turn it back on in the style. Okay. So right now, we're using this. We're measuring the top value and the bottom value. Top value is going to be the standard deviation between these two numbers. I don't know why that is there. So I want to take the standard deviation of the distance between the two, right? And then I want to measure how far from the standard deviation that distance currently is. But it's acting like it is on the top color all the time. So what I really need is this plus the difference, and then this is just the difference. I don't know if that changed much. You know what we can do? Let's copy this over. We're gonna get rid of all this. Okay. So we're going to call this diff equals that. Okay. So I want to, we're going to fill between P1 and P2 the top value is going to be okay, we've got something different. I need to plot this. We need to see what value it's giving. I'm having a hard time visualizing it. Okay, so it is that. Oh, it just says right there. 226. Okay, so it's giving a value in the hundreds. I believe that does measure the distance here. I believe I do want this to be 0. And I do want this to be plus math dot absolute. So I want to plot this. We're going to do this here. I want to plot all these values. The top difference and the bottom. So I need to visualize this a little bit. Maybe we want, so theoretically it would be estimate color 2, which is blue when it's above this line, and it should go to gray when it is below this line, and 0 would be gray. But for some reason it is blue 100% of the time. So why is that? Maybe we don't want fill. I don't want fill. I don't think I want this. I think I want you know what I think I want? I think I'm thinking about this too complicated. P1 is the top value. P2 is the bottom value. Oh, sorry. SMA 1 and SMA 2. And the top color, if SMA 1 is greater than SMA 2, I want the top color to be blue. Else, I want the top color to be silver. Otherwise, for the same thing, so these are switched. So 1. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Look at that, we got a cool looking gradient color for our moving average. I can even, now that those are there, I can get rid of the colors here. And now it's just like a cloud. And even cooler, we could do this down to 80, of it up to 80 transparency, and it'll be just like almost like it's just in the background. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks like we did just get a signal on our bot, but this was a safety order signal. So we need to go to here to make sure it didn't enter the market. Yeah, the last signal was 420, so nothing happened even though we did send a signal. Oh, maybe we didn't send a signal. When was that? Oh, that might have been before we set up the bot. Alright, well, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. And we can do some more customization on this thing. Give us a little orange. It's tasty. My throat's a little sore. It feels spicy. So we got a 3 commas trading bot set up. Just to let you guys know, I do have a Patreon put together with a bunch of strategies very similar to this, and you can subscribe to my Patreon and get access to all those strategies here in Tradingview. You can take a look at some of them. All right, here. Start with this EMA strategy. Very popular, very simple, kind of similar to the one we use here. Except these strategies have a whole lot more features. I'll show you what that looks like. So these strategies are not built like a DCA strategy. These are built more like a standard enter the market, exit the market, take profit, stop loss kind of strategies. Taking one position at a time. You don't enter again until your current position's closed. Lots of money management options, optimization options. I'll show you what that looks like here. First thing we have is time filter. Excuse me. This time filter allows you to filter the back testing window and the forward testing window based on like specific dates. Say you only want to test in 2024. I can change that right here. And yeah, let's just say I only want to test from this last week, so the 23rd and forward. I can hit OK, and it'll filter everything down. Oh, I put 2014, not 2024. Jeez. 2024. Say February 25th. Bam! It cuts off everything before that, and only highlights the window where we specified. Another cool thing about this is it has a session filter as well, so not just a date range, but you can filter sessions. Let's say I'm trading Bitcoin, but I know on Saturdays and Sundays the market's super flat. Look at that. See, Monday everything blew up over here, but excuse me, Saturday, Sunday, nothing happened. I don't want to waste my time in that, right? So I only want to trade during the week when things are moving. So that's how the strategy will work. Now, by default, it'll hold strategies into this time, but it won't enter any new strategies. But you can see how that works. Additionally, we have not just day filters, but we have specific session filters. Let's say I'm trading Forex, and I only want to trade the market open, the U.S. market open, right? So I would set this to, it is set to my time zone, or I guess I can set it to my time zone. We're GMT -7 over here. And so I want to only trade between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. And then I highlight use session filter. Now it'll highlight only those specific times of day, and I will only enter trades during that period. Again, it will hold trades beyond that period, but we have another setting to manage that. We got this one right down here. Let's say we want to close all of our trades. I should put this up in the time filter, but that's okay. So time to close trades, I do have to put it in this format, which is a little funky, but let's say I want to close all my trades at 15:30 as well. 15:30. You can see, bam, we close all of our trades at that open of the 15:30 or the 3:30 p.m. candle. All right. So those are the time features. Very straightforward, very easy to use. Very customizable for you to do whatever you want with them. Next, we have this money management filter, or feature. Kind of complicated. There's a lot of moving parts, but once you break it down, it's really not too hard to understand. By default, the strategy uses a dynamic position sizing. This allows you to enter the market based on the expected loss if you were to hit a stop loss. This is generally the proper way to calculate your position size. What you do is you measure the distance between where you want to enter the market and where you plan to exit the market, and then you scale your position size so that when that loss is hit, you only lose a specific percentage of your account. So I can hop over here into the strategy tester, and we can see, so if I scroll all the way down, hop over to trade number 1. And let's change our properties to be something a little more reasonable. Let's say 5. We'll say 1,000. It's easy to do that math, right? It's not back to the bottom. Well, I guess I can do this. Trade up. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut the stream here, and we can get back on this later this week. Alright, have a good one.